God, these are such, I love the ASMR Twitter community. It is so lovely. Anyway, sorry, I was going to do my usual hello. Hey guys, my name is Atlas, and welcome to my channel. I was going to do that, but then I got a message from Mr. the Gentleman, Tippy Tappy ASMR, whom I highly recommend you give a check out. Give a check out? Is that what people say? Give a watch. Check him out. Just because the Twitter community is so lovely. Anyway, sorry, that bunged up my my regular intro. To get to it, to cut to the chase, today we are back hanging out with the Grimm Bros because they are such a rollicking good time. But also, how are you? How are you guys in this completely mad world at the moment that we're living in? Are you safe and well and happy and just like trying your best with each day? I mean, I would love to hear from you below, because it's mental, and I've been thinking about you guys, particularly the people that I speak to often, on the in the comments. It's boggling. Anyway, I'm hoping to provide 10 to 15 minutes of very light escapism with the story that we've chosen today. I say we, I mean me. The Cat and the Mouse in Partnership, which sounds famous, but I don't think I've read it. So, let's, I guess, dive straight into it. Cat and Mouse in Partnership by the Brothers Grimm. A certain cat had made the acquaintance of a mouse. I wonder if, because of the title of this, these might be the only animations that I do. And had said so much to her about the great love and friendship she felt for her that at length the mouse agreed that they should live and keep house together. How unorthodox. But we must make a provision for the winter, or else we shall suffer from hunger, said the cat. And you, little mouse, cannot venture everywhere, or you will be caught in a trap some day. Seems awfully foreboding. The good advice was followed, and a pot of fat was bought, but they did not know where to put it. At length, and after much consideration, the cat said, I know no place where it would be better stored up than at the church, for no one dares to take anything away from there. We will set it beneath the altar and not touch it until we are really in need of it. So, the pot was placed in safety, but it was not long before the cat had a great longing for it, and said to the mouse, I want to tell you something, little mouse. My cousin has brought a little son into the world, and has asked me to be godmother. He is white with brown spots, and I am to hold him at the christening. I like it, however, when you do like a lie, and you give way too much description about the lie in order to sell it. But he's white with brown spots, and he has a job down at Tesco. Anyway, let me go out today, and you look after the house by yourself. Yes, yes, answered the mouse. By all means go, and if you get anything very good, think of me. I should like a drop of sweet christening red wine as well. Wouldn't we all? All this, however, was untrue. The cat had no cousin, and had not been asked to be godmother. She went straight to the church, stole to the pot of fat, began to lick at it, and licked the top of the fat off. That's so yuck. I mean, I presume in the early 20th century, or whenever this was, fat was a little bit more of a rare commodity delicacy. It's a bit of a gross image. Presumably it's the fat of like either milk fat or pig fat or gross. Anyway, let's move past that. Also, why don't you store it in your house? Why do you store it in the church? They have a house together. Anyway, then she took a walk upon the roofs of the town and looked for opportunities. Like jobs. And then stretched herself in the sun and licked her lips whenever she thought of the pot of fat. And not until it was evening did she return home. "Well, here you are again," said the mouse. "No doubt you have had a merry day." That's so passive-aggressive. I love it. "All went off well," answered the cat. "What name did they give the child?" "Top off," said the cat, quite coolly. Just like leaning against the door and flicking a nickel and whistling coolly. "Top off," cried the mouse. "That is a very odd and uncommon name. Is it usual? Is it a usual one in your family?" "What does it signify?" the cat said. "It is not worse than Crumb Stealer, as your godchildren are called." God, so aggressive. What does it signify? I presume that means, what does it mean to you? These two. Someone calm them down. Before long, the cat was seized by another fit of longing. She said to the mouse, "You must do me a favour and once more manage the house for a day alone. I am asked again to be godmother, and as the child has a white ring around its neck, I cannot refuse." The good mouse consented, but the cat crept behind the town walls to the church and devoured half the pot of fat. "Nothing ever seems so good as what one keeps to oneself," she said, and was quite satisfied for her day's work. Don't know if I even understood that sentence at all. Let's do that again. "Nothing ever seems so good as what one keeps to oneself," she said, and was quite satisfied with her day's work. Okay, she's just talking to herself. That's fine. When she went home, the mouse inquired, "And what was this child christened?" "Half Done," answered the cat. "Half Done? What are you saying? I have never heard that name in my life. I'll wager anything it is not in the calendar." What calendar is this? I don't think this mouse is all there. I think she's a few sort of sandwiches short of a picnic. a few screws short of a toolbox. a few. Okay. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you have any more. A few nails short of a warehouse, of a tool shed. No, okay. I'm just doing hardware ones now. Keep it rolling. The cat's mouth soon began to water for some more licking. "All good things go in threes," said she. "I am asked to stand godmother again. The child is quite black, only it has white paws. But with that exception, it has not a single white hair on its whole body, and this only happens once every few years. You will let me go, won't you?" "Top off, Half Done," answered the mouse. "They are such odd names. They make me very thoughtful. You sit at home." Okay, wait. "Make me very thoughtful." Okay, now the cat's speaking. "You sit at home," said the cat, "in your dark grey fur coat and long tail, and are filled with fancies. That's because you do not go out in the daytime." That is like textbook gaslighting. This is such an abusive relationship. Get out, mouse, get out. If you are in one of these relationships with a cat, cut him loose. No good. Bad news. During the cat's absence, I like how the fight just sort of ends there. The mouse goes to sleep or something. During the cat's absence, the mouse cleaned the house and put it in order, but the greedy cat entirely emptied the pot of fat. Does that sentence read well? During the cat's absence, the mouse cleaned the house and put it in order, but the greedy cat entirely emptied the pot of fat. That makes no sense. Those two things aren't at odds with each other. Come on, Brothers Grimm. When everything is eaten up, one has some peace, she said to herself. She's a bit loopy too, I think. They deserve each other. And well-filled and fat, she did not return home till night. The mouse at once asked what name had been given to the third child. It will not please you more than the others, said the cat. He is called All Gone. All Gone, cried the mouse. That is the most suspicious name of all. I have never seen it in print. All gone, what can that mean? And she shook her head, curled herself up, and lay down to sleep. See? She does end her arguments with sleeping. Fair enough strategy, I think. Anyway, from this time forth, no one invited the cat to be godmother. I'm struggling so much with where to hold this book. I really should have sorted that out in advance of filming. We're all in this together. From this time forth, no one invited the cat to be godmother, but when the winter had come, and there was no longer anything to be found outside, the mouse thought of their provision and said, Come, cat, we will go to our pot of fat, which we have stored up for ourselves. We shall enjoy that. There's a lot of rhyming. Is it on purpose rhyming? I mean, I'm enjoying it, but is it supposed to be rhyming? Yeah. Yes, answered the cat. You will enjoy it as much as you would enjoy sticking that dainty tongue of yours out the window. So aggressive. Why is the mouse letting these snarky asides slide? Also, what does that mean? You will enjoy sticking that dainty tongue of yours out the window. Presumably that means you will enjoy it as much as you enjoy tasting nothing, as in the pot's empty or something like that. I don't know. They set out on their way, but when they arrived, the pot of fat certainly was in its place, but it was empty. Alas, said the mouse, now I see what has happened. Now it comes to light. You a true friend. You a true friend. That has no punctuation. It's just you a true friend. I don't know how that's supposed to be said. You a true friend. Oh, that was too sassy. Okay, let's move on. You have devoured all when you were standing godmother. First top off, then half done, then... Will you hold your tongue? Cried the cat. One more word and I will eat you too. You could just see the cat going, nope, 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 not one more word. The mouse is going, I can see how this is going. All gone was already on the poor mouse's lips. Scarcely had she spoken it before the cat sprang on her, seized her, and swallowed her down. Verily, that is the way of the world. I guess verily it is. Unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so pretty classic case of a predator and a victim with no real heartwarming conclusion to that. Verily, it is the way of the world. And I guess the first episode of Tom and Jerry. Anyway, another fairy tale for the bank. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had this thought the other day that actually, I'm at the end of this, certainly me, but hopefully you guys as well, will have a wealth of new, interesting stories to pass on. I love that idea. Kids, grandkids, they're amazing, fascinating roots of a lot of our fiction and literature, and it's just, I'm having a great time. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. If you like that, please let me know what you thought down below. Like, subscribe, tell your mates. And yeah, I hope you have a cracking day. I hope you absolutely smash it and nail your night. And the next week ahead, I'm sure it's going to be stellar. Yeah, and I hope to see you again next week. We're going to do much the same. Anyway, cheers.